This is 7 National News, and in our top story. Now in its 11th annual edition, the Dubai International Humanitarian Aid and Development Conference and Exhibition opened today and aims to highlight the role of women in humanitarian aid and development. Often marginalized and looked upon as victims and recipients of aid during a crisis, experts say it is time women's needs and potential are recognized and acknowledged. Her Royal Highness Princess Haya bint Al Hussein, wife of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, inaugurated this year's DHAD. During her opening speech, the UN Messenger of Peace and Chairperson of the International Humanitarian City spoke about the ongoing challenges in the region that continue to impact women and children. She also spoke about the contribution that Emiratis make in making a difference in crisis-affected areas. Her Excellency Sheikha Lubna bint Khalid bin Sultan Al Qasimi, the Minister for Foreign Trade, also called on everyone to action. In addition, Her Excellency Irathrin Cousin, Executive Director of the World Food Programme, said, "It's time women are empowered in crisis situations and allowed to become part of the solution."
On a per capita basis, Emirati citizens are among the most generous in the world. We want that aid to be targeted and responsive. This is why His Highness Sheikh Mohammed began DHAD 11 years ago to provide a forum that brings together aid providers, government officials, and private sector to interact and improve the way we all deliver assistance.
Oftentimes, women know what will make the difference. That is why special effort must be made to promote full participation of women in the planning, management, and implementation and provision of humanitarian response, as well as in development activities.
A significant number of humanitarian organizations, emergency response teams and actors are participating at this year's event. Among these is the International Medical Corps, an organization which started 30 years ago and has invested $1.6 billion in the medical programs in over 70 countries. They announced a new support hub to the Middle East, Africa and Asia, which will be located in the International Humanitarian City. While UAE-based philanthropic organization Dubai Cares continue to educate children, since its inception, it has reached 31 countries in Asia, Africa and Latin America and provided equality education to more than over 8 million children.
Today we launched a new program in Pakistan in collaboration with our local partner ITA, Idara Ta'lim and Agahi. And this is a program that with an investment of 17 million dirhams, approximately $4.6 million. And we're going to implement it in 3 regions across Pakistan, in Punjab, in Sindh and in Balochistan. These are very rural regions in Pakistan where we're trying to target over 385,000 children with accelerated learning. These are kids who have dropped out of school and never had a chance to go to school. But most importantly, these are regions where girls' enrollment are very low.
Giving the strategic location for United Arab Emirates and the wonderful support they've been providing through the humanitarian city and all the support that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid himself made sure that such a support is given for all the international humanitarian community who took a base in here. So for us, as a leading international humanitarian organization, we want to make sure we're also part of this mix, and we are present here to be able to serve all the community that we've been serving in all over the world. Because of the location here, we strongly believe that we will be faster and more efficient in reaching more areas and mobilizing resources in many of the troubled countries that face disasters, natural-made or human-made disaster. So I think our presence here will significantly contribute to our global operation, and it will for sure reach more people and will have a better impact for the region that we are engaged with.
Dubai plans to attract thousands of medical tourists from Russia, CIS countries, South Asia and GCC states, and has earmarked 7 specialities that will bring patients to treatment to the Emirates. The Dubai Health Authority, DHA, yesterday rolled out the initiative that is estimated to bring in 1.2 billion dirhams in revenue from patients and their families and make Dubai one of the top medical tourism destinations around the world. By the end of this year, special packages will be rolled out for patients that will include the cost of treatment, the visa cost, air ticket and leisure activities for patients' families. The DHA is working with the Department of Tourism and Commerce Marketing to lock in the prices and with the General Directorate of Residency and Foreigners Affairs to make the visa process easier for those coming here for treatment. The Director General of the DHA, His Excellency Engineer Isa Al-Maidour, was quoted as saying that Dubai already has several elements that make it a favourable destination for medical tourism and that developing a strategy helps ensure the complete process from the time a patient visits Dubai right through the discharge and follow-up stage is smooth. Dubai already attracts medical tourists from diverse countries such as Nigeria, the US, Pakistan and India for treatment for fertility to heart operations, with figures showing 107,000 medical tourists visited Dubai in 2012 and the revenues generated total 652.7 million dirhams rather. The Ministry of Education has announced that the next academic year will be 10 days longer, with the new calendar applying to all public and private primary and secondary schools, except for those with Indian and Pakistani curriculums. The calendar will also apply to adult education centres and applied technology high schools in Abu Dhabi, Dubai and the Northern Emirates, and is designed to bring the country's educational year in line with international standards. Marwan Al-Sawaleh, Under-Secretary of the Ministry, was quoted as saying that the only change is that the government schools will get a 2-week break in December instead of 3, adding that the dates had been agreed on by the Abu Dhabi Education Council and the Knowledge and Human Development Authority in Dubai. The ministry decree approved on Monday called on all school administrators and teachers to be in school from August 24 to July 9. This year, holidays for staff and students will run from December 21 to January 1. The second term holiday will begin on March 29 and end on April 9. This brings the total number of school days to 74 in the first term, 60 in the second, 55 in the final term, and a total of 189 school days. The Dubai Municipality has intensified its campaign against motorists and beachgoers who throw their cigarette butts on roads and public beaches and will slap first-time offenders with a 500 dirham fine. According to reports in a local daily, the fine will double, then triple for each repeat offence for litter bugs, with spitting also punishable with fines. Abdul Majid Sifai, the Director of Waste Management Department at Dubai Municipality, was quoted as saying that authorities spend billions of dirhams on road projects and employ hundreds of workers to keep the city clean. But it is also essential for the public to play their role in keeping the environment clean. Municipal inspectors will keep a strict watch against littering and will not show any leniency against offenders who have no regard for the city's cleanliness. They also added that motorists will also bear the responsibility of any litter that is thrown from their car, even if it is carried out by the children or one of the passengers. As part of the efforts to maintain the city's cleanliness, the building department has also bolstered its campaign to inspect buildings and check whether they are up to the mark in keeping with Dubai's global status. And finally, looking to other news. Those who love all things fashion will be pleased to know that for Season 3 of Fashion Forward, the Fashion Week Style Showcase in Dubai organisers announced the involvement of Dubai Design District as an official partner earlier this week. A total of 18 designers from the region will showcase at the 4-day Fashion Forward. The list includes 11 designers who will make their debut at the event and 7 returning designers, including celebrity favourites Fern One and Ezra Santos, as well as students from the Starch Foundation, the programme run by Paris-based Lebanese designer Rabih Kairouz. Dr. Amina Al-Rustamani, the Group CEO of TCOM Investments, the developer behind the 4 billion dirham project, which when complete plans to be the official home for the design and fashion industry, was quoted as saying that this is the right time for D3 to get involved and elevate fashion forward. The event is set to kick off on April 10 at the Madinat Jumeirah.